Hi everybody, back to the channel. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. It has been a lovely month away from New York, spending the first couple weeks with my mom and my brother, and then flying to Las Vegas and here to Orange County, Anaheim with Disneyland and LA. And now, today, unfortunately, we're headed back to New York. I've had a great time with my family and I will miss them very much, but I'm very excited because I really like using my points and miles, obviously, if you've noticed other videos on my channel. And I decided with the flight back from LA to New York, since it's 5-6 hours, that I would use some points and fly back in style. So, flying back from LA to New York, I'm going to be flying American Airlines Transcontinental First Class, which I've heard is pretty wonderful, and I'm excited to take y'all along with me. I haven't had any flight redemptions on this channel yet because with everything going on, I haven't been able to fly to Japan where I like to use my points or things like that. So I'm really excited to take you along with me today, and let's head to the airport. Okay, so first things first, it cost me 48,500 American Airlines miles to book this trip on American Airlines Flagship First Class. I'm so glad I booked it when I did because I checked about a month before the flight and the cost had gone up to like 108,000 miles for the same exact flight and class. Thanks, dynamic pricing. Anyway, so when you pull up to the terminal, you're greeted by a member of the staff at the Flagship First check-in desk, and then that person takes you to the private luggage counter and the check-in desk, which I didn't film just in case I got in trouble, and up a special elevator where they bring you to the TSA agent to go through security. So once I made it through security, I headed right to the Admirals Club, and then I was given a special pass to the Flagship First Lounge, and I was immediately given a mimosa when I entered the lounge, which I thought was a nice touch. Unfortunately, the flagship dining was not open when I traveled, and I was really sad, but hopefully I'll be able to try that some other time. The lounge itself is so gorgeous though, with its beautiful large windows to watch the planes go by, the amazing coffee machine from which I had like 3 cappuccinos, as well as syrup right on the counter, and a great just like amazing selection of food. I probably had like 3 plates. The Vietnamese coffee cake was my absolute favorite. This was definitely like one of the best lounges, if not the best, that I've been to in North America. It felt a lot more like a business or first class lounge abroad. And before I knew it, it was time to board the plane. My seat was 5F. At my seat were Bang & Olufsen headphones, which we will discuss later, do not worry, and a Sonola Detroit Amenity Kit, which was sealed, which I thought was a pretty nice touch as well. Inside the kit were hand lotion, earplugs, a face mask with like a Miss Marvel, Harry Potter vibe going on, a dental kit, and a tiny pen, which I loved. The flight attendant handed me champagne, and soon we took off from Los Angeles International. I'm not really one for drinking on the plane unless it's Hibiki 21 and ANA First Class, hey? So I focused more on the food options on this flight. For the appetizer, I ordered the beet poke with edamame and pickled red onion, and for my entree, I ordered the cumin rubbed pan roasted chicken. This was the only time I regretted sitting further back in the cabin because by the time I ordered my chicken, they'd run out. So instead, I opted for the beef fillet with sauteed mushrooms, fingerling potatoes, and honey glazed carrots. While I was waiting for my food, I decided to check out the in-flight entertainment. And here is where we ran into problems. First off, the touchscreen on both my handheld device and the television would not work. After a lot of poking and prodding, I finally got it to play a movie. But then the headphones would not work. I literally had to hold the headphone jack a certain way into the port so that the sound would play. Luckily, my flight attendant was able to secure me a set of headphones from another passenger who wasn't using theirs. There is more to the story, but we will talk about that after we talk about the food. I was served some warm nuts and olives before the beet poke salad and bread were brought out. All of it was really good. And then the beef fillet arrived, and to be honest, it was just okay. I wish I'd gotten the chicken. I topped it all off with a big vanilla sundae with hot fudge, and yes, I did take my lactate first, don't worry. Something I did notice about eating was that you could really not exit your seat to use the restroom while the table of your seat was out in front of you. It was a little annoying, and really the first time I've had to deal with that in a first class seat. After the food and finishing 10 Things I Hate About You, an absolute classic, I decided to put my feet up and watch another movie. And then my second pair of headphones stopped working. Again, the flight attendant was so lovely and gave me one of the pairs they give out in economy, but then the flight started its descent into New York, and in this particular seating arrangement, with the TV popped out, you have to push the TV back in for the descent. They make you do that, which means you can't watch the rest of your movie for the rest of your flight. So that was not my favorite thing after so many issues with the headphones and missing so much of the movies I wanted to watch anyway. And then I landed in New York, my home and the greatest city there is, and I took a cab back home. So a question some people may be asking was it worth it? Was it worth it to spend 47,500 American Airlines miles to fly American Airlines Flagship First Class? And to that I say, sort of. If it were normal times, if let's say Japan, one of my favorite places to travel to, was open to tourists, I would absolutely spend 60,000 American Airlines miles to fly New York to Japan in a minute. I would not spend them on a flight like I just showed you. But that can't happen right now. And I had an opportunity to fly a first class product from LA to New York about 6 hours, so I decided to use my miles, and it wasn't that bad, to be honest. Now, if I had the choice to take either, if the world was normal, I would absolutely take Japan Airlines, because international airlines just do it better. But I think I would sort of give this flight a B+. The headphone issues were so annoying, but it was a nice flight nonetheless. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad to finally have my first business or first class flight redemption on this channel. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but with the world being as it is, it's been pretty hard. I have a few business class flights booked for the fall, which I'm really excited to take you along for, and hopefully it will not take me as long to edit the video, as the flight was in February and it is now June. So hopefully it will not take as long, and I will have that video for you soon. Hopefully I'll have some videos this summer too of life in New York, maybe visiting Florida, maybe some thrifting, and stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Bye.